what's going on? Legion Ruder here playing more RuneScape Dragonwilds. Welcome to our Daily Gaming XP Grind episode 103. So today what we're going to be working on is trying to find out how to make the napalm, which the one place we didn't check is the brewing cauldron, and this is how you make it. So basically, I'm not sure what it's called, I'm just going to call it napalm. Basically swamp tar, clay vessel, and charcoal. So we're going to make a little bit more of this. We've already made the arrows, which is going to be the napalm with coarse thread. We've got a little bit lying around because we had so much swamp tar that we collected just to have extra. Um, and basically, we're going to be making more. We've got all of our ingredients ready. And these are the fire arrows. So what we're going to be doing really quick is actually... we want to sort of see if the blurite has actually responded. I'm not sure if it has, but we're going to go check it out. So if you guys potentially missed our episode on how to get it, we're going to be showing you guys right now. I'm not sure if it's respond for us or not, but let's go check it out. This guy keeps responding every time. Now that's new, because I'm not sure if you remember, but basically a lot of these guardians were not responding, at least for me anyway. But these things seem to be pretty deadly. Whoa. So we got hit by that. And then now we're going to jump up here. Once you go inside the dungeon, and you're going to want to jump up here. And this one's a little bit tricky to time. Obviously, we're not that worried about falling because we do every single time, and we did that time as well. But we usually don't fall right there. We sort of are able to get what we need to, and then we fall. So that's a little bit new, actually, where we fall right off, and then we have to start over. Really not that big of a deal. You just jump right back up. So that part was a bit of a mistake, but not big deal. So it has respawned. This is something that's a little bit irritating, that there's only really one spawn for it. But potentially there's more in the game. I'm not sure. But we're just going to go for what we know where it's at. And then get this. And the real reason we're getting it is not because we need mining XP. It's because obviously we're going to need more of this a little bit later down the road. And the reason when we're playing the game, we're not actually using the blurite bolts is they're really, I mean, I think they're the best bolt you can use in a game. And then you might say, oh, when Felhalo comes to the game, I'm going to be using the new bolt. But here's the thing. If there's only one of that, I think it's pretty safe to say that there might only be one of the new bolt as well. One node. But then again, that's probably not going to be the case. But you got to remember that basically it seems as though blurite, even not being that powerful, only has one potential node area. So my thoughts are that as they introduce new things into the game, they're going to be getting harder and harder to obtain. So less of it. So I think it would be good to go to the new area with blurite because it will allow us to kill the high level creatures. This is just my thoughts, by the way. It's not a guarantee, but potentially this could help you kill higher level creatures at that time, and so I think it's going to be really important to save them. That's why I'm not using them right now. There's plenty of other stuff I can use as well, so it's not like I absolutely need them, but basically I'm saving those for when the new creatures come to the game. Obviously the difficulty of them is going to get higher and higher of the creatures, and you're going to need more powerful ammunition to kill them. So we don't really need these anymore right now. None of this stuff. So we're just going to run out and get our level in range. But to simplify what I was trying to say, basically use the weaker ammo for now if you're already level 50 at least, right? Just use the weaker ammo, because the way I look at it is save the good ammo for the harder creatures, so that way you can work your way up to getting the new resources, which I'm sure are not going to be the easiest thing in the world to get. That's why I'm saving the blurite bolts to fight creatures that are going to really give me a challenge. And they're not that easy to get right now, right? So just sort of stack them up and don't use them, and then you'll have them when you need them. Sure, we're going to have a lot of epic fights on our hands when that new content comes to the game. Let's see, with Valhalla, just trying to find more sheep and ram. And I'm not really seeing any right now. It's also almost dark, and it seems to be that there's a little bit less of them when it's dark. It's a bit tricky. So I think we're going to probably have to go to sleep here soon. And then it looks like it's not quite time. So what I'm going to do is actually come out here and look for some putrid rats. I don't really see any right here. And the reason I'm doing this is because obviously these guys drop ichor. Here we go. Now, this is a problem. You used to be able to safe spot the Abyssal Demon, and I don't really think that's the case anymore. He sort of shoots an orb up, and it will blast you for quite a bit of damage. I don't know if it's going to do it right here, but there it is. So, you've got to watch out for that. And I actually took damage from that. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to kill this guy, with range at least. If I switch to melee, it'll be an easy kill. But obviously I want as much range XP as I can get as I'm trying to still level it up. But this guy's deadly. And even some of his abilities you can't really block. So he's trying to run. Hopefully his health doesn't reset. I really haven't had that problem. But, I mean, he could easily still kill us. Now he probably is going to die. That was a very easy fight compared to normal. I usually have a really hard time with him. So, I don't really see any putrid rats. I don't know how that got left. But I don't see any putrid rats. But obviously they've got ichor, which I believe is used for the poisonous arrows. So, I don't know, we're going to kill this goblin. He's right here, may as well. And no rats. But that's something we're going to be farming a little bit more. To get the ability to make poison arrows is going to have to get quite a bit of ichor. So let's take a look over here. Usually there's rats right here, and I don't see any. That's a really good place. One thing I'm not looking forward to is actually having to collect swamp tar again, basically to be able to make more fire arrows. That's another reason why maybe potentially to save your arrows. Stock up on them for the harder content that's going to be coming with Fell Hollow. Collecting swamp tar is a little bit therapeutic, but it's not necessarily the easiest thing in the world to get. I mean, easy, I don't know. I guess I wouldn't say not easy, right? Just time consuming. So let's go ahead and fill this back up. I got to actually go back and add something else. It's a good thing I collected like 50,000 coal and like 40,000 pots, right? So I can do things like this and it's not even a problem. So not knowing these things were going to be coming and sort of requiring all these different things. Let's go ahead and put all the monster parts in here that need to go in here so I don't sort of start mixing a million things together. But let's go ahead and put this away. And let's go back to working on range. I just wanted it to be daylight, so that way more sheep and ram would potentially be out here, and we've already got some. It was actually quite nice to run into the Abyssal Demon, because he gives a lot of XP in range, or whatever combat style you're going to be fighting him with, and the battle went quite nice. I've died plenty of times to the Abyssal Demon. He's not necessarily the easiest thing to kill, so we're also not really worried about picking up any of the stuff that these guys are dropping. We can pick that up later. I think ultimately what we're really trying to do is just get XP. So they'll all be there waiting for us when we decide we want to pick up all those items. And I don't really need any of them as well. I've just got hundreds of everything, so I'm not really concerned. At least hundreds of these items anyway, that they're going to be dropping. I might need to place another lodestone out here, because there seems to be spawning quite a bit of them over here, and I don't actually have a lodestone here, do I? Quite crazy. But I really like the crossbow, which I've mentioned plenty of times. I really enjoy using it. It's amazing. You can sort of just run out here and just shoot all these creatures with ease. There's a lodestone right there, so I guess I do have one. And it just makes it so much easier, especially if the sheep decide they want to start running. Obviously, those ones, it might be a little bit more tricky. Got him, and this other one went the other way, so really don't think this is going to work, but let's give it a shot. Got him. So I don't know, it's still pretty cool. Obviously the aim's a little bit different than I guess I anticipated, but you can target lock, but it doesn't seem we need it, does it? It seems like we're doing quite nice. So really like how if you just sort of practice, you can really use what you're learning or sort of practicing and get better with it. Obviously, I miss plenty, so I'm not a perfect shot, but it's really cool to just basically see a target that's really far away and then be able to just shoot him without really having to use the lock. I think that's really cool. Lots of sheep and ram out here. Um, just tons of resources, really. I don't really think I'm gonna need a lot of these resources once I get to Fell Hollow, but it's still gonna be really cool to have them all in my chests. Sort of not like cool to look back on and realize all the hard work that I've put into the game. Some of them might actually be used in Fell Hollow. I'm not 100% sure. Look at these gigantic herds of animals. It's time for the slaughter. But so many sheep and ram right now. Really excited about it. Even though I've killed them so many times and I don't really need the resources, it's just exciting to come out here and, like I said, it's therapeutic to just sort of basically kill all these creatures over and over again. We've got a hunting party over that way, so we're going to try to avoid them, even though it's really not that hard to kill them anymore. We're not really having a struggle. Uh, Now that we've got range in the game, you can sort of maneuver a lot better, and it's just funner. Really, it is. I don't think I'm gonna get him. I got him. I can't believe I got that shot right by the rock. Total luck, to be honest. We're just having a great time now. I mean, this is so much better. And then we've also behind the scenes been shooting down lots of rune essence, so that way we can start working on rune crafting again. Obviously, we haven't really been putting a huge focus on that right now. And the reason is because range came to the game and I wanted to hit level 50, but I also wanted to be able to find out about all these new interesting things that have come to the game that have been a little bit difficult to figure out. Let's see if I can get one of these guys from way over here. Missed him, so it needs to be a little bit lower. That might do it. Now I missed again. Let's see. Oh, but he's interested in me, that's for sure. So we sparked his interest. I must have got close enough to upset him. Not probably going to be able to get that sheep, though. Let's see. Got him. So that's really exciting for me, and I'm not sure why. Just to be able to shoot something from so far away and build up accuracy, I think that's really cool. This I'm just sort of kidding because it gives quite a bit of XP. I'm not sure, really. I'm trying to decide right now whether or not I want to work on cooking it all in this episode. I feel like that's been sort of the trend to get rid of a little bit of dirty water. We've got so much of it, and I'm not sure if I want to. So we've got a shaman out there. Usually I don't like to fight these because they poison you. But now that range is in the game, I don't know, it just doesn't really bother me anymore. Like I stated in the last episode, magic, you really can't run and shoot and do things. You're sort of stuck and confined. And with melee as well, you might have more than one creature at once, so you can't really like focus in. But it just seems like you can sort of run all around with range and just sort of still do what you need to do. I think it's an overpowered ability or so skill, sorry. Overpowered skill. But I'm not complaining, I'm actually grateful. Because before it seems like I was just getting annihilated in a game, and now I feel like I've found my calling. But I've always liked range. I've always been a distance player. I'm not really one for melee, that's for sure. But we've got trouble here. We've got this monster of a creature, but he's going to give us a lot of XP. Probably going to level up fighting him, and we did. So we're level 46. And if we can kill him, he'll actually help push us into the next level. So we just don't want to get hit, because it will not be good. He can basically, I think, I don't know if he can one-shot you, but he can definitely two-shot you. Let's see if he dropped anything important. Just a Garu pack, which we can pick that up later. We're not really worried about it. We've got like, I don't want to overestimate. I think we've got like 2,000 in the bank. Right, about close, like 1,800 or so. So we're not really that worried about it. But also, I guess we could talk about that a little bit, since we're sort of just talking about stuff. I'm saving all my Garu packs and my Goblin packs, even though that you get, basically, you're going to get Quorum from Goblin packs. But ultimately, I don't want to open up all my goblin packs because they're still going to contain seeds, I believe, when farming comes to the game. So I know it's a long wait before Fair Hello, but you can see here right now that if you opened up all your goblin packs already, now you have to go kill a ton of goblins because the drop rate inside the packs is actually really terrible. I think I've stated this before, but I opened up about 43 and I think I got 3 quorum. So if you haven't been saving them, then basically you're going to have to go run around and kill a ridiculous amount of goblins to get quorum, which is going to be used to basically poison your arrows. So obviously you can do it how you like. I'm just sort of telling you how I'm going to be doing it. Um, I really like the idea of just saving everything. It makes it so much easier when Felahalo comes to the game and I need my seeds for farming. And there's no guarantee that they're going to come from goblin packs, Garu packs, and birds' nests. But I'll take my chances as I really don't need any resources in the game. I've got everything I need and I've got thousands of most things. Certain things obviously I don't that I really won't need to worry about anyway. So, but this is crazy, and I guess you'll probably notice that we already leveled up range, but I think we've got enough time to get one more level. So I think this episode's just going to be focusing on range. We're just going to have to find some different things to kill other than sheep and ram, otherwise it's going to take an a long amount of time. Now here we go, a dire wolf. Now this is going to be an interesting topic, which I've talked about a little bit recently, but basically, I've spent, I want to say months scouring this area and killing sheep and ram. And I'm going to tell you right now, didn't find any dire wolves out here, and I got shot by an arrow, so that's fine. I was expecting to not get shot by an arrow, but basically, in all the months I've spent killing sheep and ram, I never encountered a dire wolf. And then basically, the update comes to the game, and now dire wolf are just sort of out here, which is very interesting to me. I think this will be my third one I've encountered and killed. So it seems, increased how many was sort of in the game, right? Maybe not in the game, but in certain areas is my guess. And this is relevant because I feel like it's a little bit weird to me that they would sort of add more. So is it possible that the hides are going to be used in Fella Hollow a little bit? I know they're already used for some things, but I wonder if it's possible there's a reason more so than just let's add more dire wolves. Obviously only time will tell, but try not to die here. I tried to get one more shot. That's greed. That's greed for you. I died. But it's okay because we actually got XP. Even though we died, we got XP fighting that dire wolf. Now we've got to go back and he's going to be there. And unfortunately, our inventory is full. So that actually probably really is the reason that we died. Because we really weren't able to move. We were sort of stuck. So let's go back to our grave. And he's probably still over there. I don't really want to drop anything on the ground just so I can kill him, though. That's for sure. Probably just going to stick to these sheep and ram for right now. Unless he finds his way to us, then we can worry about that then. I also need to get a ward stone going because I really shouldn't have died anyway. I should have protection. Darn. There's so many sheep and ram out here too. Oh, almost halfway to level 47. There is just a regular wolf. So we can take him on. Not a big deal. Really like this blur-eyed crossbow. It's really cool. So many creatures out there. Okay, so let's just go to our base and sort of bank. Because we've got way too much stuff out in our inventory. And I'm not really worried about picking everything up. It's more so I want to try to empty my inventory so I can actually move and play the game without this incredibly horrible slow walking. I mean, I don't really want to drop anything on the ground. I don't think that's a good idea either. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this stuff in a chest right here. There we go. Obviously, I can't put everything away, but I'm not really worried about it. Did he drop something new? No, I already had that. Okay, so we're going to go back here and start killing again. Totally missed that shot. There we go, we got that one. Try to get this sheep. Oh my gosh, here's the dire wolf. Back again, but that's okay because he's actually going to give us a bunch of XP as long as we don't die to him. The greed is real. Always trying to get an extra shot. Missed that one as well. He's yelping I think it would be really cool if when he yelped like that, he sort of called other wolves to help him fight. That might be a really cool mechanic. Sort of like a boss fight, but not quite a boss. This is interesting. We're going to be like really close. There we go. Almost died again. But that was a little bit of XP, not quite as much as I thought I was going to get from killing him. But we could go pick up all this stuff. Lots of stuff on the ground. Let's go ahead and kill this sheep. Missed. Oh, I thought I missed. I got him. There we go. Look at all this stuff to pick up. That's why our chests are all so full in our base. We just basically got so much stuff because we kill so many creatures. Look at all these sheep and ram. It's like a birthday present for me. 2 wolves, 3 wolves. Crazy. These give pretty good XP too, so let's start the war, basically. I'm getting annihilated. There we go, we got them. Inventory's full, no room. So we're just going to leave it. We'll come get it later. We'll be back. Another sheep down. Let's go. So we're pretty close to leveling up again. We're probably going to be at the 20-minute range for this video, which is a little bit longer. Well, I guess I suppose lately we've been having a little bit longer videos because obviously the new skill came to the game and there's so much going on and sort of going through all of it. We've got lots going on. We've got lots of sheep and ram, but we've also got some enemies out here. So we're going to have to be a little bit careful, especially since my health is kind of low because of those wolves. We might be able to get him before he gets another shot. Got him. So we're not going to be able to... But we ended up picking up the iron boat, but not the Guru pack because our inventory is full. So we need quite a bit of XP still. And these sheep and ram just really don't do it. They just don't give the XP that you would want. But, let's see. Missed him. Got him. Let's get this ranger. He'll give us a little bit of XP. Or hunter, anyway. Block his arrow. And then take him down. Almost got hit by the lightning. Let's see. We've got a bunch of sheep over there. Maybe we can get a lot of them before we really have to leave. We've got another one. Let's see if we can get this one without having to really go over there. We can definitely pull the ram. And we shot him before he even got here. And he's dead. So that's quite nice. So we've got 2 berserkers. I think that's what they're called. These guys are a bit tricky. You just have to basically kite them around. Yes, berserkers. Now, both of them actually got triggered. But it's just so much different with range in the game. It's not as scary. Obviously, it's still scary. These guys are beasts. But definitely easier. Not sure why he's running. A little bit grateful, though, honestly. These guys double hit, which makes it tricky. Triple hit. So, but he's dead too. So you could just see how range changes everything. It really does. Alright, we're so close to leveling up again. I really don't think I'll unlock another ability to level 50 anyway. I think it's every 5 levels you sort of get a new ability. So, really close now. Oh, there's a druid and our arrow accidentally hit him. We're okay. This ram might actually make things a little bit more difficult. Because we're going to have to block his poison. We got him and our crossbow broke. So we are going to have to go back to our base. Because we've got no way to fight with range without our crossbow. We don't really have anything else. So let's go ahead and look how we can fix our blurite crossbow. As we haven't really had to fix it yet. So we need a blurite bar. And we've got plenty of those. So let's go ahead and pick one up. And put some of this stuff in here. Because obviously this is really weighing us down. Let's go fix our bow really quick. Done. And then we are going to go back really quick. Just to get a couple more kills. To get the XP we need to level up. So let's go ahead and switch back. and it's nighttime. We got quite a bit going on over there. It looked like anyway. There were lots of glowing eyes. Let's see. Okay, so he's dead. We probably can start to kill him. I don't really want to kill another one of these. It's just to get our level, and then we can sort of teleport out of here. Unless it takes the whole amount of him, and then we basically can still get out of here. There we go. So level 47 range. Awesome. And we ended up killing him. He gives a lot of XP, just as the Abyssal Demon does as well. So let's go back to our base. And I mean, we really didn't work on anything other than range. But I guess we could go over. I think we already did an XP update at the beginning of the episode as well. We could sort of just go over what we did work on that I recall. Attack a little bit, 315,000, range 30,000 XP, level 47. Didn't really touch any of this other stuff, I don't think. So that's pretty much it. Actually, we did work on Artisan a little bit, 4,122,000. I believe that's how we made the napalm. I know it's not actually napalm, but that's what we're gonna call it because I can't pronounce the other thing that it actually is. We're gonna make a little bit more actually, and it seems we're out of pots. But really quick here, I'm gonna show you why it's not a problem. We've got almost 200 swamp tar, and these are all full of coal. So we've got coal for days, and we've got these are empty, but these are all behind it is full of clay pots. So we're really not going to run out of anything. I mean, anytime soon that's going to be needed to do these things. I'm sort of just dropping anything that I can right here, so I don't have to make a mess of more things. But just we've got resources for days, so we're not really concerned. There we go. But anyway, guys, we really hope you guys are enjoying our content. Hopefully, you're enjoying your experience and travels through RuneScape Dragonwilds. And we'll be back again tomorrow to play more RuneScape Dragonwilds. But until next time, Legion Luda out.